of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
Kindest way that a judge can say to you that your lawyers are stupid. That's like he's like being nice here. He's like, your lawyers are really stupid. Slap that down. You obviously cannot.
Judge Louis Lyman just shut down Blake Lively. This time, her crocodile tears were ineffective. Judge Lyman had had enough of her playing the victim and giving the media sob stories for weeks. He called her out during a heated courtroom exchange, making it apparent that he wasn't buying her act. It was clear that her story was unraveling when she cautioned both sides from discussing their private issues in public.
Mr. Blake, I do not trust you. You have lied too much. You have fudged truths. You are trying to hide so much information that you are like your character in a simple favor, and I can't unsee.
Blake Lively just had her Hollywood smear campaign backfire. Blake was caught planning it all, even though her staff wasn't leaking information or engaging in PR gimmicks. She pleaded with the judge to keep Brian Friedman, Baldoni's attorney, quiet since he was presenting actual facts that contradicted her victim's story. That was immediately shut down by the judge. Blake's last-ditch effort to steer the storyline was a complete failure. Her legal plan? Try to silence the lone voice of truth. Her job and reputation are now at risk. She could face not only financial ruin but also the demise of her empire if Baldoni prevails in his $400 million lawsuit. Defamation cases are serious business, and Blake may be writing some big checks, with Ryan Reynolds probably paying for them.
News: Justin Baldoni just got a big win, meaning Blake Lively got a big loss.
The prospect of jail time has only made Blake Lively's nightmare worse. She won't be imprisoned for defamation, but for fraud, witness manipulation, perjury, and evidence fabrication? That is an entirely different matter. She faces criminal accusations as a result of her dubious legal tactics, and if her team is discovered falsifying information and destroying evidence, it's not just bad PR, it's a crime. Hollywood is going to get rid of her, even if she escapes jail time. An actress embroiled in a $400 million lawsuit is not something that any major studio will want to risk. Her profession? Falling freely. No more A-list roles, red carpets, or blockbusters. Rather, she will be pleading for roles in low-budget films. And the humiliation in public? Blake believed she could steer the story and portray herself as a hero, but now she is the antagonist in one of the most significant legal disasters in Hollywood history. This litigation will always be associated with her name. She believed that by controlling the system, she could silence Baldoni and escape with no consequences, but the truth was revealed. The world is currently witnessing her demise in real time after the court exposed her and the industry abandoned her. Instead of rolling over, as she had hoped, Baldoni is revealing the truth. Blake is currently dealing with the fallout from the plan's failure.
Is it not a little hypocritical? Is this a bad look of her if she's trying to tell the courts that we should stop talking about this in public?
Baldoni fought back with a passion rather than passively allowing Blake Lively's smear campaign to defeat him. He filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their entire public relations team rather than a feeble countersuit. He revealed the backroom agreements, the lies, and the plots being orchestrated by the Hollywood elites to bring him down. The story suddenly changed direction. Blake was the bully, not the victim. What rocked Hollywood to its foundations? Baldoni targeted the influential people who supported Blake and Ryan in addition to them. He disclosed how a single call may be used by agents, A-list executives, and industry insiders to influence careers. One of Hollywood's most influential agents, Ari Emanuel, even dismissed Baldoni at Blake and Ryan's request. However, this is where everything went wrong. In addition to surviving, Baldoni revealed the entire corrupt system. Because of this lawsuit, which revealed how powerful spouses can ruin lives with a phone call, Hollywood executives are now in a panic. These days, it's not just about one actor or actress, it's about the grim realities of the business. Blake pursued more than merely Baldoni's career. She attacked him as a husband, a father, and a person, making it personal. His wife was harassed, his family was singled out, and false reports were spread. In order to portray him as guilty, Blake's team staged leaks and fed the media misinformation, dragging his name through the mud. But Baldoni refused to back down. Blake didn't give up, even though he played the victim. Hollywood is now subtly betraying her. Nobody, especially Blake, anticipated that he would fight back this strongly when Baldoni revealed the game. When the truth wasn't enough, Blake went one step further and attempted to discredit him by releasing phony, twisted texts. However, it's too late. Blake's reputation is deteriorating now that the truth is out.
Where sometimes People judge you before they give you a chance.
Baldoni put up a fierce fight instead of merely playing the victim. He filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their dishonest public relations team rather than a feeble countersuit. Every fabrication, backroom transaction, and Hollywood favor intended to discredit him was revealed by him. The story suddenly changed direction. Blake was now the bully and no longer the victim. What rocked Hollywood to its foundations? Baldoni targeted the true power brokers, Hollywood's top executives, influential agents, and insiders who were working behind the scenes to discredit him. One of Hollywood's most powerful agents, Ari Emanuel, even dismissed Baldoni at Blake and Ryan's request. However, it didn't end there. In addition to surviving, Baldoni revealed the system. Executives are now in a panic because the lawsuit is about how powerful couples can ruin lives with a phone call, not just about one actor and actress. Blake pursued Baldoni as a spouse, father, and person in addition to his career. He was portrayed as a monster by the planting of false rumors. His family was singled out, his wife was tormented, and his name was tarnished. Blake's team manufactured leaks, gave false information to the media, and manipulated every headline to paint him in a negative light. Baldoni, however, refused to give up. Blake kept his ground and refused to be her puppet even if he was playing the victim. Hollywood is now subtly betraying Blake. Nobody anticipated that he would respond so forcefully when Baldoni revealed the game, especially Blake and her influential contacts. Blake turned to fabrication when the truth was insufficient. The classified messages she disclosed? Fabricated, tampered with, and carefully modified. However, the truth has come to light, and Blake's reputation has suffered irreparable harm.
Lively was the cruelest person I've ever worked with. She filed a fake Me Too and got caught. Okay? Caught. A fake Me Too and got caught.
Blake Lively's public relations team went to considerable lengths to slant statements and alter communications in order to make Baldoni look guilty. Their carefully crafted false narrative collapsed when the full documents were released to the public. Her memory of the conversation differed greatly from the real one. Suddenly, others started asking, if she had the truth, why fake it? But what about the on-set footage she said would prove her point? It doesn't exist. She was challenged by Baldoni's team to release the unedited video, but she declined as it would expose her lies. Blake knew that if the truth came out, it would damage her case. She was also a weapon with the media. This was not merely a PR disaster, it was a calculated takedown. In addition to creating fake articles, Blake's PR powerhouse Leslie Sloan was pressuring media outlets to hide information that supported Baldoni and providing them with false narratives. But Baldoni didn't keep quiet, and this is where everything went awry. Blake exposed the corruption that was going on behind the scenes, and Hollywood is now watching in shock as his lies are exposed. Blake's desperation is palpable. More than a crisis-ridden politician, she is hurrying, altering history, and tampering with public relations. Her intention was for everyone to believe that Baldoni was the problem, that he was some unsettling director who made her uneasy. But as the reality sets in, it becomes clear that her painstakingly crafted narrative is coming apart.
A massive part of the CIA's job, really the most important part of the CIA's job, is managing public relations, because we, the people, wouldn't agree to go to war unless they sold that idea to us. They need a crisis.
When the Real set reports emerged, Blake Lively's entire tale collapsed like a cheap Hollywood set. It turns out that the issue was with Blake rather than Baldoni. What about the chaos on set? It all started with her. The woman who claimed to be uncomfortable was also the one who argued about costumes, demanded last-minute alterations to the script, and insisted on countless rewrites that nobody liked. She accused Baldoni of being too confrontational, even though it was she who was making unreasonable demands that caused production delays. Behind the scenes, she ruined everyone's life by portraying herself as the helpless victim for the general public. When she didn't receive what she wanted, she made up a narrative about how she was crying. Her credibility has been completely destroyed. If you are exposed for manipulating a whole sector and creating false evidence, there is no going back. You can never trust her again. Half of the people would still go outside to verify her perception that the sky is blue in a busy room. Hollywood's defense of her has reached its limit. They first backed her because they thought she was the innocent victim and Baldoni, the defendant, was expendable. Public relations firms and studios jumped on Blake's bandwagon, thinking it would be an easy win. But when the real situation was exposed, executives realized they had made a mistake. Hollywood is not founded on devotion, but on survival. Currently, getting attached to Blake Lively is career suicide. PR agencies are running away faster than Blake can delete old tweets. No one wants to defend an actress when she is discovered to have used false evidence as a weapon in court.
The judge in Blake Lively's case just slapped down their psychopathic request for 2.5 years worth of every message that Justin Baldoni and Justin Heath and the PR agents have ever sent to everybody, plus location data. We knew that was going to happen.
A bully being, a bully attacking somebody. The bully being Blake Lively and our powerful lawyers. And thank goodness Justin's got support to be able to fight back this.
Public relations firms that keep backing Blake Lively are sinking with her and quickly turning their backs on her. Now let's talk about Ari Emanuel. He thought firing Baldoni would be safe. When Blake and Ryan approached him sobbing and playing the victim, he probably bought it. But now, there are major repercussions for that decision. This lawsuit is exposing Hollywood's dark secrets and proving that the industry is run more by backdoor agreements, power conflicts, and who you know than by the rule of law. This kind of publicity is hated by executives. Even if they don't want to be seen as being a part of a rigged system, everyone involved is being drawn into the fire since Baldoni refused to keep quiet and disclosed how everything works. Blake thought she would have the backing of Hollywood's biggest performers, acclaimed directors, and powerful producers. But as the truth sinks in, they are all pulling back. But you know what? They are remaining silent, not endorsing her. And quiet is a powerful tool in Hollywood. A-list celebrities began to vanish as soon as they saw that standing up for Blake Lively could jeopardize their own reputations. Nobody wants to be associated with an actress who was recently caught falsifying a court case. Nobody wishes to become involved in this issue. And more people are realizing the truth, which is precisely what is taking place. Blake Lively is not the victim that she is feigning. Insiders in the industry are recognizing that this was never about justice or fairness. It was a power move that backfired on her. Hollywood never forgets. This is not a small-scale story that will be forgotten in a few weeks. One of the largest backfires in recent memory is this one. Baldoni is the one vanishing from the industry, despite Blake's attempts to eradicate her. Directors don't want to take the chance of working with someone who might turn on them if things don't work out, and studios don't want anything to do with her name. Hollywood is already moving on from this debacle, and public relations professionals won't touch it with a 10-foot stick. In this field, losing credibility means losing everything, and Blake has simply lost everything. Her demise is only beginning, I assure you. Please use the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications if you like this breakdown so you don't miss any updates. Do you believe Blake's career can bounce back from this? Let us know in the comments. Let's discuss it. See you at the following